Okay, sir.
Right. In yesterday's class, we have seen like what are the different things there in SQL Server. What is the, DBA role? What type of operations we are going to perform in database administration? These are all we have seen in yesterday's class. So today, I'm going to show you tool, Management Studio tool, because after completion of the SQL Server installation, if you want to go for, if you want to connect to SQL Server, you can use Management Studio tool. See, in the beginning, what to do, we have to go for SQL Server installation. After finishing SQL Server installation, we have to install Management Studio. So here is the Management Studio because I already installed it. So let me open Management Studio. Right here, we have to click on Connect button. This is Management Studio environment. So this is GUI part, graphical user interface part. For example, open databases. You can see different databases available here. For example, open Suresh DB, open tables like this. Suppose you want to see employee table, open columns like this. So coming to next scenario, here we have CUI, character user interface. Click on this. In this, you can like this, see, like this you can do. You can type different types of commands, then you can use execute button for execution, or you can also use function F5 from the keyboard. So this is a way like how we are going to work with the Management Studio. So coming to next scenario, installation of the SQL Server. Directly we can download software from Microsoft website and we can go for installation of the SQL Server. So I'm going to share you link. I will email you link. You can download it. And tomorrow's class, we are going to spend completely on SQL Server installation. Daisy, Hemant, Keshav, Umesh, I have your email. I think I don't have your email IDs. Here I'm typing my email ID. It is like vadde.suresh@hotmail.com. Okay. So I typed email ID in GoToMeeting chat. Please send test emails from your email ID so that I can share software download links. You have to download SQL Server separately and Management Studio separately. Okay, now. So now anyhow in my laptop, I installed SQL Server successfully. See, when we are going to perform SQL Server installation, we have to remember some scenarios, especially, instance. What is the meaning of instance? Instance means SQL Server installation. For example, you are going to install SQL Server in submission, right? You are going to provide some name to that installation. So that name is known as instance name. Okay. So here in SQL Server, what happens, we can go for different types of instances installation. We can go for named instance and default instance. So default instance means you are not going to provide name for SQL Server installation. Automatically name will be given from operating system. And coming to default named instance, we are going to provide instance name explicitly. Okay. So which type of instance we are going to use in real time means that I cannot predict. Sometimes we go for named instance, default instance, named instance. That depends upon your organization. Okay. So now coming to next scenario. In the same way, when we are going to install SQL Server, different steps will be there. But the most important steps are there, and I'm going to explain them. Of course, I'm going to show them practically in tomorrow's class. In the same way, before going to install SQL Server, before going to discuss about SQL Server installation, I want to discuss about different versions. Which version of SQL Server right now we are using, right? So that is what I want to discuss, because right now in the market, latest version is SQL Server 2019. Okay, na? So this is the latest version. Of course, we are working. I mean, we are going to work on SQL Server 2019 only, right? We are going to install in our laptops. So now here important thing is, still some companies are working with the old version of the SQL Server. So there are different versions available in SQL from the beginning, but we have to discuss about SQL Server 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019. So these are the versions, because see, in our environment, what happened, you know, I'm working as DBA, senior resource in the project. Some of our servers still working on SQL Server 2012. Okay, na? Some of our servers still working in SQL Server 2012. That's why I'm taking these versions and I'm giving you more information about it, because see, the training means it should be like, you know, real-time oriented, right? So I have to share real-time scenarios also. So combinations, because see, suppose you want to install SQL Server. So before that, you should know what are the prerequisites, at least operating system. We have different versions of the SQL Server. You should know what is the compatible operating system for different versions of the SQL Server, right? Actually, in our laptops, we are using Windows 10 operating system, client operating system. So, and we are installing SQL Server in Windows 10 operating system laptop, and then we are going for practice. Generally, in real-time environment, what happens, you know, we are not going to use client operating systems. SQL Server installation, we are going to use server operating systems. Okay, na? Suppose your SQL Server 2012 or SQL Server 2014 you are working, then your operating system will be Windows Server 2012, right? Windows Server, please remember, combinations required, because you are going to keep experience in the resume. They will ask you what is the operating system you are using for our server, kind of information we need to provide. In the same way, suppose SQL Server 2016 or SQL Server 2017 or SQL Server 2019, then we are going to work with the Windows Server 2016 operating system. Okay, now see, a spell mistake is that one, right? So because in Windows Server also we have different operating systems, right? Server operating systems. So forget about client operating systems. Windows 10 we are not going to use to install SQL Server in real time. Now just for practice purpose, in our laptops already Windows 10 is existing, so we are going to install SQL Server, right? But this is real time combination. You have to remember, please, combination of the SQL Server and the Windows operating system. Okay, na? So coming to next scenario, along with the Windows operating system, we need some other scenarios also. But the thing is, they'll come automatically. So you no need to worry about that. In the same way as we discussed in the last session, hardware requirements like CPU, memory, disk space, network bandwidth will be there, capacity planning will be there. So different teams we are going to work, not only DBA team, right? We are going to work with the different teams, so you can access, right? Coming to next scenario, now I'm going to explain about different servers we are going to work. Of course, same thing we already discussed. How many servers you are going to work, how many databases you are going to work means multiple servers, multiple databases will be there, no doubt. Okay, na? In the same way, based upon your environment, we are going to select version of the SQL server and addition of the SQL server also. So we have enterprise edition of the SQL. So enterprise edition of the SQL server is costliest within SQL server, right? Generally, production environment, production server, we are going to use enterprise edition of the SQL server. Then we have standard edition of the SQL server. The major difference between enterprise edition and standard edition is cost will be reduced, features also reduced. Even sometimes what happens, some environments we are going to work with the standard edition. Then we have developer edition. So developer edition, it is completely kind of, middle range. So middle range means limited cost and a limited cost and limited features will be there. So generally for development environment and test environment, we are going to use developer edition of the SQL server. Then we have mobile edition of the SQL server. Mobile edition means it is only for developing databases or the mobile applications. After that, we have Express edition. So Express edition, it is completely free edition. So directly we can download Express edition from official website of the Microsoft Corporation and we can install. But real-time usage, we cannot use Express edition. Real-time usage purpose, we have to go for enterprise edition only. Okay, na? Even in your resume also, you're going to keep environment in the project, right? In the project. So in environment, you have to write it in, you are working with enterprise edition of the SQL server because you are a DBA, you are database administrator, right? So coming to next scenario, what happens, I'm going to work with the installation related scenarios. So now you got idea which edition of SQL server you're going to use for production, right? Which edition we are using? Enterprise edition only, no doubt. So coming to next step, we are going to work with the installation related, especially when you are going for installation, you have to finalize the instance. What type of instance you are going to work? Like you're going to work with the named instance or default instance. That is important. Coming to next scenario, you have to select components, SQL Server installation components, because see, in SQL Server we have MSBI tools, Microsoft Business Intelligence tools. Okay. So business intelligence means data warehouse of the SQL Server. So there is no separate software. So of course, the business intelligence tools also part of SQL Server software only. That's why when we are going to install SQL Server, we have to select only required components. Generally, we select only SQL Server components. right? SQL Server components only. I'll show that practically what we need to select. In the same way, authentication types. So authentication types means when we are going to install SQL Server, we have to select mixed mode, because in SQL Server we have different types of logins: Windows authentication login and SQL Server authentication login. Suppose you selected mixed mode, then only you can use Windows authentication login and SQL Server authentication login. Otherwise, you cannot. Okay. Na? So coming to next scenario. Here, next step, service account selection. Service account means Windows administrator user account. For example, you connected to your laptop, right? How you connected to your laptop? Tell me. By using user account only, Windows user account. Am I right or not? For example, you take this computer. I connected to this computer by using some user account. My user account name is Nikit. Okay. In the same way, you also connects to SQL your laptop, your computer by using some Windows user account. After that, you are going to install SQL Server, right? That means from operating system, by using some administrator user account, you are going to install SQL Server. Am I right or not? Okay, right?
Sir.
So account is called as a service account. So service account selection is important, of course, because you no need to worry about service account, because we are from when DBA, database administration team, right? Service account concept is from Windows operating system. So they will give you, Windows administration team will provide you service account details. So by using that service account only, you can go for remaining things. Okay. Na? So in the same way, at the time of SQL Server installation, space, I mean, for example, you are going to install SQL Server means it requires some space. Which drive you are going to install SQL Server related files? Generally, what happens, we are going to install SQL Server root path into C drive only. Okay. Maximum scenarios, what happens, we are going to install SQL Server root path into C drive only. But sometimes we are going to do it into some other drives. See, database creation is different. In the beginning, we have to install SQL Server. After SQL Server installation only, we can go for database creation, right? Okay, na? So database creation, we are going to use different drives that I'm going to discuss in the coming sessions. You don't worry about that. Okay, you don't worry about that. But now the thing is, we are still working with SQL Server installation only. Still, we are discussing about SQL Server installation only. That's why I'm concentrating on this part. Okay, na? So coming to next scenario. For example, you are done with SQL Server installation successfully. After completion of the SQL Server installation, you are going to work with the post installation checks. Post installation checks means what? Whether SQL Server successfully installed or not. That is what post installation. Okay, na? What are the post installation checks there? I'll explain clearly. Okay, please wait. Right. So coming to post installation checks. We have to check with services of SQL Server, because suppose you are installing some software in computer, some services will be created for that software, for that in operating system Windows. So what are the services there for SQL? I'll show clearly. Then you have to check for error logs and a summary file. Summary.txt text file. Actually, error logs means we feel like only error messages. No, not only error messages. Error messages, success messages, warning messages, failure messages, different types of messages will be there. Okay, na? Why we need to check error logs? Because you are DBA. Last class we discussed we are going to work with different types of tickets. We are going to resolve different types of tickets, right? Suppose you received some ticket, you want to resolve ticket. If you know what is the issue, then only you can resolve ticket. Otherwise, you cannot resolve ticket, right? So for that, what we are doing, we are going to check with the error logs. By using error logs only, we can find out the issue. Then we can go for resolution. So summary file, summary.txt, text file. Summary file contains complete information regarding SQL Server installation. For example, suppose you finished SQL Server installation, somebody asking you about SQL Server installation details. Okay, na? Then you can go to summary file and you can show that. Let me show how to check services of SQL Server in this window. Search button, type it as services. You can connect it to Windows operating system services. See that this is my server service, agent service, browser service. Okay, na? For every SQL Server instance installation, you'll get separate server service, separate agent service. Browser service is common. Here you have to check service is running or not. Okay, na? In the same way, better way to check the services is go to configuration manager, SQL Server configuration manager, like this. Open. In configuration manager, go to services. You can see only SQL services. You can see it. Server service, agent service, and browser service. So these are the different services we have here. Okay, na? Running or not, service is running or not. Service running means it is working. When service not running means it is not working. That is the difference. Okay. In the same way, summary file. Where can I see summary file? I already discussed. Generally, root path of the SQL Server installation is C drive. Go to C drive. Open C drive. Microsoft program files. Microsoft SQL Server. This is the root path of the SQL Server installation. Yes. So here 15.0. 15.0 means what? SQL Server 2019 version. Open this folder. Open setup bootstrap. So in this you can see log. Open log. You can see summary file. Open this summary file. See that what is there here? I have to reboot. Installation done, but reboot is required. Clearly it shows everything. Okay. Everything. Even I applied patches. I told you I'm going to show you SQL installation. Even I am going to show you how to apply patches also. Okay, na? How to apply patches I'm going to show you practically. I told you in the demo, right? So that is what I'm going to do here. See that patches applied already. Clearly it is showing there. In the same way, error logs. See, error logs purpose we can use Management Studio. Let me connect to Management Studio. So here, if it is not showing your server name, browse for more, expand database engine. Here it shows available servers. Select our server name like this, connect. See that here you can see SQL Server Agent. Go to error logs, open current error log. In this, unselect and select SQL Server. See that you can see some errors. Please try to read them. Okay. This is the way like how we are going to check error logs. You have to make it habit, like, because you're going to work as DBA, database administrator, right? DBA means database administrator, means working with issues only. In the same way, you type it as event VWR in search button, go to event viewer tool. Actually, event viewer tool is operating system tool. This is Windows operating system tool, and this tool is used to find out error logs of the SQL Server. Okay, now wait, it is loading. Yeah, go to Windows logs here, open application logs. Actually, here along with SQL Server, you can see some other software related logs also. Suppose here it is source, my server, right? What is the issue? I'm sorry. Clearly it is showing everything. Please check it. Right. This is what the scenario. Okay, now in this way, we are working with the post installation checks. Everything is passed here. Everything is passed. And in Management Studio, how to get Object Explorer details window, go to view. Inside view, you can see Object Explorer details. Click on that, you can get this window. Okay. So this is complete information, like how to work with the, like, Management Studio, right? These are all. And coming to next scenario, Manikumar, can you hear me, Manikumar? Manikumar?
Yes, sir.
Manikumar, are you looking for development training or DBA training?
See, sir, I am looking SQL Server DBA.
DBA. Okay, DBA means you have to connect to this class only every day, morning
Yeah,
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay,
morning 8 to 9. Yes, yes.
See here, I given my email ID. Please send test emails, all of you. Everybody send test emails. Again, I sent it. Because I have to share software download link. If you download SQL Server, I did not get email from anybody. I think I already have email IDs of Keshav and Umesh, Hemant, Daisy, and Manikumar. You please send test emails now so that I can share software download link. Okay, na? Right?
Okay, sure.
Keshav, how many times you installed SQL Server in your laptop, Keshav? Keshav? Okay. Keshav, I'm going to install SQL Server in your laptop tomorrow. It is working fine, right? Laptop is fine, right? Speed, everything is fine, right, Keshav?
Hello.
Yeah, Keshav, laptop speed.
No, sir. I have by mistake I have installed Express Edition.
Sorry? Oh, by mistake you install Express Edition?
Yes. So I have to install Enterprise Edition.
So do one thing, all of you. Follow me now. I'm showing something here. Follow me, everybody. Who wants to download SQL Server software? Follow me now. Okay. Google. Type it as SQL Server 2019 download. Do like this. Okay. So you can see websites. Go to this website. SQL Server downloads website.
Sir, I think, sir, the screen is stuck somewhere.
Sorry? Umesh?
Yes, sir. Only, sir, your desktop page is visible.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. Now see this. Yeah. In Google, type it as SQL Server 2019 and then you open this website. Okay, na? Please follow me. Scroll down here. You can see download button under developer. Okay, na? Click on that. File will be downloaded like this. Left side down, you can see downloaded file. Huh? Open this file. Click on yes button. Okay, na? So now go to custom. Inside custom, you can see install. Now it is, if you click on install button, then it will be downloaded. After install, it takes some time to download. Okay. After clicking on install button, actually it is going to download. After finishing download, you'll get this window. Just minimize this window. Okay, now you just minimize that window. Tomorrow's class. Okay. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir. And sir, what about that management studio, sir?
That we have to download separately. That we can do easily, no problem.
Okay.
Also, Mani Kumar, please send a test email.
No, sir, already sent it. Sir, already send it on your mail ID.
Really? Wait.
Yeah, she.
Hemant, did you send test mail? But I have not received test mail. No, there is some mistake in the email ID. See that? That's why I did not get email from anybody. HOTMAIL. I'm sorry for that. I sent it. Now I sent it again. Please check.
Okay.
Okay, no? Hemant, please send test email. Mankumar and
Yeah, sir. Now I'm sending, sir.
yeah, I got it from Daisy. Daisy, I received email.
Yes.
Because if I have your email IDs, I can send you course content, material, interview questions, everything. Right? That's I got it from Hemant also. Okay. I got it from Umesh. Okay, right, all of you. Tomorrow's class, I'm going to concentrate on installation part. Parallelly, we can do installation on everybody's laptops. So tomorrow we can finish installation and we can do even post installation checks also. After that, day after tomorrow onwards, we can work with remaining things. Okay, no? Right? Mani, I did not receive email, send it again. Okay, no?
Sir, actually, I already. Could you repeat once again, sir, your email ID?
Suresh@hotmail.com. Previously I typed Hotmail wrong. Now I typed again. Okay, no?
Sir, one small question, sir.
Or
Sir, today you told that when we execute any query, we have the execute button in Management Studio, but we
Correct.
can use one shortcut key also. What is that, sir?
F5. Function key F5.
F5. Okay.
Okay, no?
Okay, sir.
Okay, right, all of you. Daiji, Hemant, Keshav, Mani, and Umesh. See you tomorrow then. Bye.
Bye-bye, sir.